Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. It's Sunday, July 21st, 2019, and it's weigh-in day. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm so glad you stopped by to check in on me and see how I did this week on my ketogenic way of eating and my weight loss journey. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I have lost a lot of weight eating ketogenically. I began this journey on January 1st, 2017, so a little over 2 years ago. A little over 2.5 years ago at 374 pounds. So I've come a long way on my ketogenic journey. I have taken some time off. I have taken months where I have eaten maintenance calories. And right now I am in the middle of a fat loss cut, eating my weight loss macros, the same ones I've done from the very, very beginning. If you're curious about macros and you're looking to start your own weight loss journey, don't forget to check out the Facebook group after you watch my video in the About section below and join us for more information on how you can get started on your own keto weight loss journey. All right, so that being said, it's been an interesting week for me this week. I will say this has been probably the most physically taxing and emotionally stressful weeks that I've had so far this summer. My kids had clogging team tryouts all week. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I decided that I should just be cool like them. And I tried taking the intermediate class. So intermediate clogging is what I have been doing with the group that I have been doing. But I will tell you what, clogging with the little kids and the teacher watching your every move and making sure that you show the kids that you're doing right too, just like everybody else, getting singled out and that kind of thing, it was a lot. We did more clogging in that class than I've ever done in my life, and it was 4 days in a row. So I was physically worn. I had really bad muscle aches and I was really sore. That was a lot of dang exercise, more than I usually do. So it was like a full-on hour of cardio for 4 days in a row, which is more than I am used to. As you guys well know, I'm not much of an exercise kind of girl. So yeah, it was fun. It was hard, but it was super fun to be in there with my daughter. So I enjoyed it, but it was hard. Then on the very last day, we decided we were going to go to the amusement park and go to the water park after we already did all of that. So we were out in the sun and I could literally feel myself swelling up. So if you were here last week, you heard me talk about my regular pattern for water weight gain. It does seem to go along with my womanly cycle. When I am getting toward the mid part of my cycle is when I tend to have a water weight gain. And so that is actually, as of yesterday, that was my mid cycle. So it was my week to normally gain. And so I knew I was going to. It's still always disappointing, but I knew it was going to happen. I could feel myself swelling up while we were sitting out in the sun. It's been a couple of days and I still haven't been able to kick it. My rings are still stuck on my fingers. My feet still feel swollen. So I wasn't thinking I was going to get a heck of a lot of anything on the scale this week, which is a total bummer, but it is what it is. And it just goes to show that the scale does not always tell the truth about where you are at in your journey. So not to depend on it all the time. So that being said, I'm sure you guys know that the weigh-in wasn't that awesome. So we may as well just get to it, discuss it, and move on. So as you can see, I weighed in today at 185.6, which was a 3.3 pound gain for the week. Not super surprising. It's just disappointing because you know that when I had my whoosh week, I didn't get as low as I was hoping. And the way my cycle is falling, it's kind of like messing up my weigh-ins because my weigh-ins are on Sundays. So I'm actually hoping that this week coming up will actually be my whoosh week. Because of the way my cycle fell, with my midpoint being yesterday, there is a possibility that the scale will go down. So here's hoping. I don't have any craziness going on this week. I'm not planning to go to the amusement park, though I may change my mind. I'm not planning to go hiking or anything strenuous. I'm not planning to stress my muscles. I'm not planning to eat extra food. I'm planning to do everything good this week. So praying to see a good number on the scale. I'm really, 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 really hopeful. But you never know. Like, I know a couple weeks ago I said it was going to be a really great number on the scale, and it wasn't, and it was so disappointing. So I find that when I make scale goals or even like scale promises, things like that to you guys, that I end up just being depressed and disappointed. It never works out well. So I am instead making action goals for this week. So my action goals are going to be to really focus on keeping my meals tracked, because this last week I didn't track a dang thing. I did the best I could, but I did not track because of being at the dance studio all morning, and like we were there like half the day, every single day, and it felt crazy, and I didn't do any tracking. So my goal for this week is to go back to carefully tracking my macros, like I always tell you guys to do. Get back on the wagon with that and make sure my electrolytes were on point, because I think that's part of the problem, is that I wasn't keeping up on my sole water when I was out in the heat, and I was sweating at the classes, and I was working on my muscles and all of those things. So I definitely am going to keep track of my electrolytes more carefully and track them this week. I want to make sure everything is on point. I don't want to have any reason at all to stop myself from having a water bush if I'm meant to have one this week. So here's hoping, guys, that next week's going to be good, because my psyche can only take so much. Like, I know I'm always preaching to you guys, the scale doesn't matter and all of that stuff, but it's still not easy. It's never going to be easy. I really want to show those beautifully good numbers, especially when I'm working so hard to keep my macros in check. If I were eating what I felt like eating keto-wise, and I was eating all the fat and having all the yummy treats, you know I miss my keto cakes, guys. Something fierce. And if I'm going to go the summer without a freaking keto cake, I would like to have something to show for it. Now, that being said, I definitely have stuff to show for it, and I have seen it in the mirror. And today, I actually did do my measurements, and I hadn't lost anything at all, except I lost a half an inch around my hips. What? That is like the best thing ever. To be puffy and swollen and have all my measurements just be kind of like bleh, and then have my hip measurement be smaller. I mean, that is like a gift. A gift. I'm so happy about it, because my midsection is where I'm still holding on to my weight. I don't really have much left to lose up here, and I would like to keep this part good and have the down belows going bye-bye. So that's my goal with this. Now, we're halfway through the summer, you guys. We're halfway through this challenge. I'm not sure. I'm planning to go till the end of August, but I might even push it into September if things are still going well. We'll see how it goes with starting up the homeschooling and getting my schedule back with the dancing and all that as school begins. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm thinking I will probably try and push into September and just get a 4-month DEXA to see where I'm at. If I decide not to, I will get the DEXA scan before I start my maintenance calories section. So that's kind of what my plans are. If you guys don't know what a DEXA scan is, I will try and remember to link that video up here somewhere so that you can check that out. And if you haven't had a DEXA scan and you can find one in your area, I highly recommend doing that to get a baseline so that you can really see the progress, because even measurements aren't as cool as the DEXA at keeping you motivated to keep going. Because you guys, if you go back to my weigh-ins between March and May, I was eating 2,300 calories about a day when I was tracking it, and I wasn't always tracking, but I was staying as keto as I could. And during that time, I put a ton of weight on the scale. But when I went in for the DEXA scan after that time, I had actually lost 2 pounds of fat, gained 6 pounds of muscle mass, and all the rest of it was just water weight. And it all fell off that first week of June, the second I went back to my regular fat loss macros without the extra treats and things. So definitely the treats make me retain water, and I'm still looking forward to having them again, because I just feel like it's not sustainable if you can't ever have treats and things like that. Plus, I can't get my fats high enough without the treats too. So I can't afford to eat prime rib every day, but I can make it well, maybe I could afford to eat prime rib every day if I didn't eat keto cakes. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, that's beside the point. Keto cakes are yum. So anyway, oh my goodness, things are crazy around here. I guess I better let you guys go. Thanks so much for checking in with me, and I hope that you guys have an amazing week. Here's to an amazing keto week for all of us. Again, if you're looking to start this and you're wanting some macros and like basically an easy step-by-step guide on how you can get started, either join us in the Facebook group and grab it out of the pinned post under announcements, or shoot me an email to ketochaos@gmail.com and I will send you our getting started guide absolutely free. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. We'll talk to you again soon.